Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. As the pandemic continues, new scams seem to pop up almost every day. And with tax season right around the corner, there's some red flags that you'll want to look out for. Stephanie Garland with the Better Business Bureau joins us now to talk about some of the scams that are making rounds. Stephanie, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today.
It's my pleasure.
So, Stephanie, I mentioned that tax season is right around the corner. Filing can be confusing for a lot of people. What are some steps to take to avoid being scammed during tax season?
Absolutely. So you can actually go ahead and request an IRS PIN number, and that way you can make sure you're requested, of course, directly from the IRS, but that way you can make sure that no one else can go ahead and hack into your things. Better Business Bureau also recommends that you go ahead and you file early, but that you're not too rushed where you don't have all of your documents in order. So we would like for you to get everything ready for you to go ahead and file, so hopefully you can get that money back or just hit it right on the nose and not have to pay any additional taxes. But we want to make sure that you're being proactive, that you're on top of it, and that you're aware. Because what we do see, unfortunately, is that scammers go ahead and they actually steal people's identities, and then it can take up to a year to 2 years to fix it.
Okay, so scammers have been preying on consumers while most vulnerable during the pandemic. What are some of the numbers for 2020?
So our numbers from our Better Business Bureau Scam Tracker nationwide, we saw 46,300 scam tracker reports. So that's an astronomical number.
How does that compare to 2019?
So it's up. It's up in a big way.
So, how much money did consumers lose to coronavirus scams in 2020?
So this number is from the Federal Trade Commission, our law enforcement partners. So during the entire pandemic, the FTC says $309.4 million is in COVID-19 related losses due to coronavirus scams. We've seen 52% of fraud reports that are indicating a loss, and this is out of nearly 327,000 reports nationwide. So this is all up-to-date data from the FTC, which is actually including up to January last week, excuse me. So it's all very current, very recent data, all of last year, including up to last week.
It's really a huge number. Is there a certain age group that was more susceptible?
Sure. So Better Business Bureau has seen that it's actually those who are ages 18 through 22 are the most susceptible. We hear the most about the elderly folks, our senior citizens, because unfortunately when they do lose money, they lose it in a big way because that's their pensions, their retirement, their 401k. So when they do lose money, they're losing a lot of it. But what we're seeing is that the younger people are the ones falling more victim to scams.
Is that kind of surprising?
Well, this is what I do for a living, right? So,
yeah. Okay, so we talked about coronavirus scams. What are some of the top coronavirus scams that we saw in 2020?
So online purchase scams is the number one scam that we saw last year, and in a big way. A staggering 80.5% of consumers reported online purchase scams, and they lost money last year. Now, just in comparison, we started collecting data, Better Business Bureau did, both locally as well as nationwide, and in 2015. So just in the last 6 years, we've seen that number that's creeped up from 71.2% to 80.5%. So that's up about 10%. So that's a really big increase when you're looking at the number of people who are impacted and how that impacts people.
So what are we expecting in 2021? With vaccines available, are we expecting vaccine scams?
Yes, vaccine scams are actually already happening. So we're seeing a lot of this going on right now. We've been seeing this since the first vaccine was gone ahead and approved. And so this is something that we are seeing in this area, we are seeing in the state of Missouri, and we are seeing nationwide. And what's really sad is people are going ahead and they're actually falling for it. We're also seeing these mail-in kits where you can do your COVID-19 test from home. It's super easy, convenient. That was a scam when we heard about it from people who are losing lots of money. So we're seeing all kinds of different things that scammers are using, creative ways. From scams that already work, they're just adapting them and making them more coronavirus focused, and that way people are falling for them.
So it's nothing really new. It's getting a coronavirus spin, basically.
It is getting a coronavirus spin. There are a couple of new ones, but for the most part, they're just using things that have already worked for them in different parts of the country. And these scams cycle through different parts of the country, and then they're going to come back in a couple of years.
So we mentioned tax scams and using an IRS PIN to avoid that. Are you seeing any scams related to stimulus checks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been seeing those since the first stimulus check arrived. We're seeing this on the text message, email, on Facebook. A lot of people are going ahead and are losing a lot of money. So this is really concerning to us because this is a big deal. And actually talking about specifically online purchase scams, the people who lost money, they actually lost it the most on Facebook, Google, direct merchant website, Instagram, or the pop-up ads on social media where they were actively shopping. So we did a survey on this. So according to Better Business Bureau survey responders, about 57% of the people who did not research the website or business via an independent source, whether that's Better Business Bureau or somebody else, more than 4 out of 5 lost money. So that's a lot. And we were talking earlier about the individuals who are susceptible. Our data has shown that individuals ages 35 through 44 were most susceptible to online purchase scams and most likely to be victimized. So this is just a big number. It's really impacting a lot of people. And this is also very sad. And we're finding that service members, military spouses, and veterans, they're more likely to fall for scams than non-military consumers.
So Stephanie, what can someone do if they feel like they're being scammed?
Sure, absolutely. So they can go ahead and they can go to bbb.org/scam tracker and report the scam there. This is a free resource that we provide to the community. And once you report it to us, within 24 hours, we're going to go ahead and let our partners at the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, we're going to let them know as well what you reported.
And there's actually an interactive map where you can see scams in your area, right?
Yes, ma'am. You can actually see what other people are saying, how much money they lost, and please know that we do investigate these that people are talking about. So this is not just something that's, scammer traffic. This is something that we're looking into and that we are verifying.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
We'll have more Ozarks Tonight coming up after the break.